Alright, it's the number 106 of my accountability to myself. I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. And today, I don't even know what to talk about because it was such a weird day in terms of my exam, and it was not productive because I didn't schedule this day. And I noticed how important it is to actually schedule your day. And so I will try to go through everything briefly. And actually, I would like to bring up one subject, but it's not the first attempt of recording this video. I already tried one attempt, and the video was for about 3 minutes. Then I stopped and I thought, like, no, I don't want to talk about this. I didn't like how I started explaining. I didn't like the way of my explanation because I still need to think about this, all right? And then maybe the next time I will mention about this. But one of the things that I literally realized that I cannot do everything at once. If I want to study, if I want to do internship, if I want to learn French, if I learn to gain knowledge and to do all of those things, actually it's not really easy to execute everything simultaneously and at the same time improve my way of English expression, or just studying more vocabulary, become articulate, everything takes time. And it's something that I started considering as a bad idea. I mean, doing everything at once. Because why would I start studying French if I have not achieved really advanced level of English? Like, I can express my thoughts. I consume English. I consume contents only in English, and for me it works. But still, there's no an ability to express myself in a way I can do this in my native language, for example. And it means there's still some work to put in and to learn this language more. But I don't know, probably I actually overthink this idea, because at the same time it's not a good idea to abandon French, right? And I don't know, yeah. And also of course, I have an idea that I want to make videos not like those, but another type, and it's gonna take also a lot of time, and I also need to dedicate some time to this. And also I wanted to work with my speech to improve this, to practice this, to train it somehow, but it also takes time. And what I mean is that I already don't have, I barely cope all the stuff I have, and if I'm gonna put something in top of this, bro, it's not gonna work. So probably I need to have less things to do, but to be actually more focused on them. Yeah, but I don't know, I'm gonna think about this. I will think about all of possible scenarios, all of possible cases, how it might work. So probably about my day, right? I actually want to go to sleep, and I actually could do this even 2 hours ago, which would be amazing, but I haven't done this. So I need to record this video and I'm going to sleep. It's like 10:15 p.m., 10:20 I guess, which is still a good time to fall asleep. And what I mean is that I woke up at 7. I had my exam at 8:30. I came in university, right? Everything was fine. I was a bit sleepy, and the thing is that exam, by the way, wasn't that hard. I'm pretty sure that I passed it, but still it was not really easy because the amount of time I actually put into studying is just crazy. And at the same time, I didn't know like everything. There are still a couple of questions that I wasn't sure about, or I just didn't know at all, for example. But it must be fine. The only thing that happened once, I sat next to one guy, and the first time I glanced at his paper, and the educator looked at me and told me like, "You're supposed to look at your paper, like it's the first warning." And I said like, yeah, I didn't say anything. I just did like this, like I understood. Like my bad, I just keep doing what I do in my paper without looking around. But sometimes just to dive into my thoughts and to think profoundly, I need just to look somewhere. And sometimes for me, it works the best when I look in a window. And I decided to look in the window like this, and I was sitting looking, and educator tells to me again, "It's the last warning. You're not supposed to look at paper of others." And I was like, "Bro, what?" I was looking window, so I told like I was looking window, but I can change my chair, like I can sit like literally next to you, so I don't have people around. And I changed my place, and actually I finished, and everything was fine. But at the same time, there was one guy who tried to cheat, and he was literally constantly checking the paper of his neighbor, and he also got first warning. And then the second time he was kind of excluded, but he was told, "You're supposed to, like, for your exam is over, you're supposed to bring your paper to sign something and to leave." But he said like, "No, no, I'm going to finish." As a result, he finished, but for him still there are some consequences, because the educator is going to complain about him to someone. And I'm just curious, is this gonna work in the same case with me? Like for me, she said like first warning, second kind of warning, but I didn't actually look anywhere. I looked in a window, and I don't know. It actually made me it actually made me a bit anxious, but I hope it's gonna be fun. But it's the only moment, because all right, I don't even want to talk about this. It's just such a weird situation, because normally I don't even try cheating, and I don't like to look at someone's paper and copy his answers, because I realize that it makes no sense. And the second thing, I always like to solve it by myself, because I studied and I actually want to know what am I capable of, not what is capable of my neighbor. Then I went to the gym. Such a good training, nothing else. I returned home. I spent 1 hour with my internship. Then I had my breakfast. I had my breakfast at 2 p.m. And then I had 2 hours 25 my internship. And what the thing that literally was good is that I probably figured out, I've learned how to work with leads, how to find all the information about them. Because previously I was spending a couple of days, a lot of time, and I couldn't do really everything. But now I understand how it works better, and so it's really nice. It's really nice. And after that, it was only 5:35, and I had at least 4 hours to do some stuff. All right, I was supposed to have my dinner minus 1 hour. At least I had 3 hours of free time. And actually, I was looking for this time over the past 2 weeks, probably. I wanted to have this time in evenings, 3 hours, to dedicate it to self-reflection, to studying some things that I want to study, because I literally have 3 hours, and I've passed my hardest exam. I I don't know, did I pass it or no, but I actually had this, and I don't need to study it anymore. Then I have my one more exam in 2 days, but I know everything. I just need tomorrow to revise a bit. And that's it. I have 3 hours. I could read, I could study French, I could dedicate it to studying English, new vocabulary practice, to even training my speech, even practicing recording videos in the way I want to do this. What I did, I wasted those 3 hours. And I'm actually disappointed about this because in the moment I remember I was sitting here and I decided to open Instagram. I wasted about 20 minutes in Instagram, alright? And then what I did next, I opened YouTube. And what I did in YouTube, I switched my account to the one with entertainment content. And I started watching that stuff, bro. And the reason was because I didn't schedule my day today and I didn't understand what am I supposed to do. Like, I knew that I should study French, I should read in a book, but I didn't actually have a plan. What am I supposed to start doing? And it was a big mistake. And it's something that I actually wanna fix, for example, for tomorrow, because what I noticed, by the way, on Monday, I tried to schedule all the day ahead. It didn't work out. Since the first minute, I already was late because I was supposed to start studying at 7:15 a.m. I started at 7:30. Then I returned home later because I was talking with a guy after my workout, and then everything messed up and I couldn't literally stick to my schedule. But at the same time, for example, yesterday I spent still 8 hours 25 minutes studying. Today I spent only 3 hours 25 minutes of studying, which is 5 hours less than yesterday. And it's only because I didn't schedule my day. So what I need to do, I don't need to schedule everything minute by minute, but I need to have a set of tasks that today there are those tasks and I'm supposed to execute them. But since I had my exam in the morning, I didn't schedule my day, then I returned home, I had my internship, and then it was almost evening, and also I was so sleepy, I was so drowsy, and I was really tired. I was considering to go to sleep at 5, at least to take a nap, but I knew that if I'm gonna take a nap at 5, probably I won't have a desire to wake up, and then I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. And it sounds great, but I didn't have my dinner at the time, so I couldn't actually afford it because I need to have my dinner every day, right? Not because I want to eat, just because I need to gain. That's it. I don't know. I was talking about nothing for 13 minutes. I don't even want to pause this video because when I'm not satisfied with my day, the only thing I want to do, I want to fall asleep, to wake up earlier, and to start my day earlier. But yeah, and actually it happens to me once per 2 months, I guess, when I waste one evening and then I realize I'm not getting closer to my aims, alright, and I'm not even satisfied with this time spending, so I shouldn't do this at all. And that's it. I don't have desire to do it anymore. So yeah, I just need to schedule what am I supposed to do for tomorrow and stick to the schedule, period. Or I need, I always create tasks for 8 hours, and then even though I cannot stick minute to minute, right? But I realized that I have a lot of things to do, so I don't have time to waste, and I'm supposed actually right now to start executing this because I know that there are tasks for 4 hours more. Yeah, so probably even right now I'm going to schedule my day for tomorrow, and I will try to wake up. I probably am gonna sleep a bit longer tomorrow, maybe 7, maybe 7:15, because I'm so sleepy. I don't know why I sleep 8 hours. Not enough. Maybe a bit less than 8 hours. Not enough. Yeah. All right, so without being said, see you tomorrow.